Hello everyone, a very logical day to all of you, and I hope you are progressing with your regular reading articles, and I hope you have increased the number of articles that you should read daily. So if you were reading 8 to 9 articles, so start reading say 10 to 12 articles now. So let us see what we have in store today for the first editorial of August 3, 2023 in the Indian Express. 9 too many. Easy article to understand, पर 9 ऐसा क्या है जो कि काफी ज्यादा है, ठीक है, मतलब 9 तक ये बात पहुंचनी नहीं चाहिए थी, कुछ ऐसा है. So it could be anything. Let us see what it is about. So the reading part will be here. Okay, cheetah. So the cheetah casualty count at Kuru National Park has gone up to 9. 6 of the dead animals, including Dhatri, who breathed their last on Wednesday, had been relocated to the protected area in Madhya Pradesh from Namibia and South Africa in an ambitious program that began in September last year. Fine, so this is only giving you a fact. Let us understand how to understand the article. Now, the park has also lost 3 cheetah cubs. The reintroduction of the big cat is a long-term project. 11 months is too early to pass judgment on Project Cheetah. ठीक है, यहाँ पे author ने एक छोटी सी अपनी point बोल दी है कि this is a project that started last September, so it is not yet September this year. So that means it is too early to pass on the judgment, right? Now, the high mortality rate of the animal in its new home is, however, worrying. ठीक है, हम कोई judgment नहीं देंगे, लेकिन it is still a cause of worry that why are so many animals in 1 year, that is not even 1 year, 11 months, 9 animals have died. This is the number of casualties. So here comes the author's point, opinion that he is pointing out to कि चिंता का विषय तो है क्या? चीता. तो चीता चिंता का विषय है. Not so, because South African cheetah specialists, they were roped into the steering committee of the translocation program, have raised serious concerns about the project's implementation in a letter to the Supreme Court. A report in this newspaper has revealed that in the letter dated July 15, the wildlife biologists accused the government of keeping them in the dark about the health of the animals. The government's claim that the scientists have since dissociated themselves from the letter doesn't appear convincing, given that the young project has invited allegations of giving short shrift to expert opinion from other quarters as well. Right? Now see, when the author gives the fact in the first part of the paragraph, next he comes up with his own opinion that see the number of casualty is a cause of concern. Fine. Uske baad, why is it a cause of concern? So the next part of the paragraph is giving you reasoning. Right? Apply prep. तो यहाँ पे उसने पॉइंट कहा author ने, ये पॉइंट अब देखो हमारे पास आरसी और सीआर किस तरीके से समझा जाएगा. Understand, this is the point, so these become the facts, that means the premises. Based on the premises, the author is giving you his opinion that see, it is a cause of worry because of the number of deaths. Now he is coming up with the reasons of why is it a cause of worry. क्यों ऐसा है? So they have a serious concern. So these cheetah specialists, उन्होंने बात बताई थी letter में that they were not informed about this health issues with the people, with the cheetahs. They were kept in the dark, not informed about the health of the animals. Now what is the government claiming? That the scientists have since dissociated themselves. So यहाँ पे government का claim भी बता दिया author ने, right? And this project has invited allegations. और आखिरी वाला जो point है यहाँ पे, right? This claim doesn't seem convincing, doesn't appear convincing, given that what? Given that the young project has invited allegations. मतलब ये एक वापस से fact हुआ, जैसे बहुत लोगों ने allege किया है. तो अगर गवर्नमेंट ने ये ओपिनियन दिया कि the scientists have since dissociated themselves from the letter, this claim is not enough convincing, right? So now you can understand the breakup there. It is the fact of the premises given, and then comes the author's opinion or point, then comes the reasoning for that point, and then in the end also the government claim, and the author is refuting that claim कि ऐसा नहीं है सही, उसका भी reasoning दे दिया. Right? So here comes the main idea, the main points where we should focus on while we are reading. ठीक है, हमेशा एक एडिटोरियल जब आप पढ़ते हो तो दिमाग में ऐसे सेग्रीगेशन होते जाना चाहिए, फिल्टरिंग होती जानी चाहिए, जिस तरीके से आप एक टेस्ट देते वक्त बैठते हो, when you sit and do a passage in your test, right? Now, cheetahs were officially declared extinct in India in 1952. In the 1970s, the Indira Gandhi government opened negotiations with Iran for bringing Persian cheetahs to India in exchange for Asiatic lions. This was in 1970s. Now, but the move could not take off. Tab ye nahi chala. The relocation project was revived in 2009 by the UPA government, only to be nipped in the bud by the SC, which reasoned that the detailed scientific study should be conducted before the introduction of a foreign species. Ye SC ne kaha tha aur reason diya tha, right? So it was, the project was revived, and then it was reasoned by the SC that it needs a scientific study. Fine, no problem. Now, in 2020, the Apex Court modified its order and allowed the government to commence the project cheetah on a trial basis. चलो ठीक है, उन्हें modify किया इसी ने, बोले try करके देखते हैं, नामीबिया से कहीं से भी आप जैसे लेके आते हो तो let us see what happens. Reiterating means repeating that the endeavor should be moved in scientific understanding, right? Scientific understanding जो SC ने कहा था पहले भी कि एक scientific study होनी चाहिए, वो भी detailed. Right, that was the reasoning that the SC had given कि इतनी जल्दी मत करो इस project cheetah पर, but then come up with a scientific understanding of all this relocation and all. Right. Now, however, it appears that the government has not always given due importance to this guideline. अब आता है ये author का opinion कि देखो SC ने भी कहा था और इसके पहले भी अब author ने क्या कहा, यहाँ पे facts दे दिए कि पहले ये प्रोजेक्ट शुरू होने वाला था, नहीं हुआ, इट वाज निप्ड इन द बड, मतलब खत्म हो गया, इट वाज कैंसिल्ड देयर. नाउ अगेन अनदर फैक्ट, अगेन दिस प्रोजेक्ट वाज रिवाइव्ड एंड देन एससी सेड समथिंग. फाइन, नाउ इन 2020 व्हाट इज एससी डूइंग? इट सेड ओके फाइन, लेट अस मॉडिफाई द ऑर्डर, ब्रिंग इट ऑन अ ट्रायल बेसिस, पर साइंटिफिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग का ध्यान रखना, और साइंटिफिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग का ध्यान रखना, और उसके बाद 11 मंथ्स में 9 डेथ्स होती है, कैजुअलिटीज होती है चीता की. सो नाउ कम्स द ऑथर्स पॉइंट दैट इट सीम्स, इट अपीयर्स दैट द गवर्नमेंट हैज नॉट ऑलवेज गिवन ड्यू इंपॉर्टेंस टू दिस गाइडलाइन. सो दिस इज द ओपिनियन ऑफ द ऑथर. ठीक है, हाउएवर करके वो अपना ओपिनियन दिया है. Now in October last year, this paper reported that wildlife biologist Y.B. Jhala, at the forefront of the cheetah project for more than a decade, and who escorted the first batch of the animals from Namibia, did not find a place in the government's new cheetah task force. अब देखो, author ने कहा कि ये सब जो लग रहा है, it appears that the government has not always given due importance to this guideline. Guideline में क्या था? Scientific understanding करनी थी, पर author के हिसाब से गवर्नमेंट ने इस scientific angle पर ज्यादा ध्यान नहीं दिया. ज्यादा ध्यान नहीं दिया का पॉइंट को या ओपिनियन को वो इस रीजन के साथ सपोर्ट कर रहा है, राइट? रीजनिंग इज राइट, एंड देन व्हाट ही सेज दैट दिस पर्टिकुलर पर्सन who was there since the beginning of the project is not included now in the new cheetah task force. तो ये जो आखिरी 3 लाइंस हैं, इससे ऑथर का ओपिनियन स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाता है कि government has not always given due importance to this guideline, right? अगर importance देते तो ये जो biologists हैं, वाइल्ड लाइफ बायोलॉजिस्ट हैं, ये भी उनके न्यू चीता टास्क फोर्स पे होते, because that was what was to be considered. No, relocation होना है तो ध्यान देना जरूरी है. Here, this part comes as the important point again. Government has not always given due importance to the गाइडलाइन, क्योंकि एससी ने क्या कहा था कि ट्रायल बेसिस पे लेके आओ, साइंटिफिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग के साथ लेके आओ, लेकिन लगता है कि इस गवर्नमेंट ने नहीं मानी, और ये उसका रीजनिंग. नेक्स्ट लाइन, एंड इन द प्रीवियस आल्सो इट गिव द फैक्ट्स. नाउ द साउथ अफ्रीकन साइंटिस्ट हैव एलिज्ड द प्रोग्राम्स करंट मैनेजमेंट हैज लिटिल और नो साइंटिफिक ट्रेनिंग. Now see how the people are saying. Now this is what the South African scientists also say. And foreign experts have become mere window dressing. तो फॉरेन एक्सपर्ट्स जो आए हैं विंडो ड्रेसिंग है सिर्फ दिखाने के लिए, विंडो शॉपिंग में कैसे होता है, विंडो ड्रेस लग जाती है दिखाने के लिए, फिर अंदर जाते हैं शॉप पे तो हो सकता है कि वैसी हो या ना हो, राइट, इट इज जस्ट टू शो। सो ये भी फॉरेन एक्सपर्ट्स जो है उस टास्क फोर्स में वो भी सिर्फ विंडो ड्रेसिंग के हिसाब से। सो दे हैव क्लेम्ड that some of the deaths could have been prevented with more appropriate veterinary care. Who is saying this? The South African scientists. Right? They have claimed something, they had alleged something, fine. That means what is the author doing? ये South African scientist की बात नहीं है, ये author use कर रहा है, South African scientist ने जो कहा इसको as a reasoning use कर रहा है ना, क्यों? क्योंकि उसकी point सही होनी चाहिए थी, that it does not seem that the government has focused on this part of scientific understanding. Now, they have claimed that some of the deaths could have been prevented with more appropriate veterinary care. Less than a week after the wildlife biologists expressed their worries, the SC admonished the government and said that a 40% fatality in less than a year does not reflect a good picture. मतलब ध्यान से करना चाहिए। देखो, आपको admonishing मिल सकती है ना, आप भी जब इतने सारे क्वेश्चंस करते हो एंड देन यू डू नॉट पे अटेंशन टू दोस क्वेश्चंस एंड यू गेट द आंसर्स इनकरेक्ट, सो ऑफ कोर्स वी कैन एडमॉनिश यू एंड वी एडमॉनिश मोस्ट ऑफ यू आल्सो। सुनिए ना कभी कभी डांट क्लास में सबकी, ठीक है, तो ये डांट लगाना मतलब एडमॉनिश करना कि देखो तुम लोग काम अच्छे से नहीं कर रहे हो, राइट, दैट इज व्हाट द वर्ड एडमॉनिश इज। Listen to the court, Marker, Executive Director of Namibia's Cheetah Conservation Fund, has flagged similar concerns. She reportedly underlined the need for better communication with experts. Environment Ministry has reportedly placed the letters before the project steering committee for detailed deliberations, means discussions, to think over all these matters. It should heed the SC's warning and not reduce cheetah relocation to a prestige project. मतलब आखिरी में ऑथर ने क्या कहा कि रीलोकेशन वाला जो है, इट शुड हीड द एससीज वार्निंग एंड नॉट रिड्यूस द चीता डेलिब्रेशंस, चीता रीलोकेशन टू अ प्रेस्टीज प्रोजेक्ट, ठीक है। तो उसे एससी की वार्निंग मतलब क्या वार्निंग थी, साइंटिफिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग की, उस पर ध्यान देना चाहिए, और इसके पास कई सारी चीजें जो कि व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड और व्हाट नीड्स टू बी डन, and it could have been done to prevent so many casualties. That is the overall point of the author. So I hope you have understood this, how to extract the point from the paragraph, how to come to the main idea, and then here we go. So deaths of cheetahs, concerns raised by South African and Namibian scientists are wake-up calls government must heed. दो चीजें आ गई इसी में, देखो wake-up calls हो गया, जागो गवर्नमेंट जागो, ऐसा वाला, ठीक है। तो गवर्नमेंट मस्ट हीड, अब जो जगा रहे हैं तो फिर उनकी बात को गवर्नमेंट को ध्यान में रखना ही चाहिए। मस्ट हीड इज टू पे अटेंशन, मस्ट हीड, राइट। सो पे अटेंशन टू वेयर योर अटेंशन इज बीइंग ब्रॉट टू, ठीक है। तो कंसर्न्स रेज्ड बाय साउथ अफ्रीकन नामीबियन साइंटिस्ट ने, उन्होंने जिस बात पे कहा है कुछ, right, so this is all bringing the attention of the government towards the probabilities कि ये देखो बच सकते थे या जो भी, ठीक है, या उनको मतलब the casualties could have been reduced। तो इन चीजों पर जो भी साइंटिस्ट बोलते हैं या एससी बोलते हैं, गवर्नमेंट को ध्यान देना चाहिए और आगे उस हिसाब से चलना चाहिए। So that's all for today, and we have marked the major words there in the reading session only, so you can just take them down. Thank you, and that's all for today. Have a logical day ahead.